Yeah, keep going. No, keep going.
No, like I'm on it's been a minute since I've been on 835 there.
On time.
You know,
On time,
DDM
man.
said BRP early. Me?
I was
Clocked
like,
in on
I,
time.
I was down here ready to go at 8:30. I had to go and get my I ordered a Voltron shirt because I got the Voltron ring,
Mm.
which is hard. They need to start sponsoring me.
How about that?
But I got the Voltron shirt. I'm really in my Voltron era right now.
Really? Are they're doing a show or a movie or something?
They were supposed to do a movie at one time, and Pharrell was supposed to do
Oh.
the score, but it fell through. It was during the era when that first Transformers film that came out, and it was like, we're gonna do Voltron. And
When
you gotta do Gundam now.
when you said Pharrell was going to do the score, I'm not surprised that I didn't see it. I mean, at a certain point, like some people be so busy, and it's like, oh, they're going. You need this person to do this project. Guess what? This project may be sitting in the vault of great ideas that never came to fruition. Shouts to the chat, yo. Peace to the chat.
Are they here already? I'm here early, so I'm not a cluster.
Nah, they beat us here, man. They beat, you know what I mean? Shout out to the folks, man. Shout out to everybody that was over at checking out Ashe live. With a shout out to
for real.
Ashe on their first episode, man. As soon as y'all done, you know what I'm saying? With this, actually, I'll get into it a bit later, but I'm gonna be following me somewhere else, and then that you watch that, going on the back and watch that goddamn.
Nah, it's a good one. It's good. It's good stuff. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chris Green said they're doing a movie with Henry Cavill.
Shout out to Henry Cavill. I feel bad for yo.
I guess he would be the lead.
I got it. When in doubt, put Henry Cavill in.
I guess so. Either it's going to be the bomb or
he can lead me.
There you go. Can't be Superman at this point. But
it's going to be the bomb, or he going to bomb,
he going to bomb. Peace to Rock. Actually, shouts to Rock. Rock posted online that his son Dorian turned 21 today.
21.
Drinking age.
Come on, 21.
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna say we drink. I said we gonna drink for Dorian. I don't know if I could do a shot right now though.
Well, they said Sterling K. Brown is attached as well.
Sterling K. Brown is also damn. Chris Green got all the damn info.
Is dope.
Chris Green, what outlet you work for?
Okay.
Chris Green on the scene, head ass. I'm sorry.
We got the people talking about Mother Vault.
Oh, Aja Khan versus Trisha Dora is going to be on Ashe TV right now, or they about to?
Yeah,
that's a good ass match. That's a good ass.
Oh, really?
Match.
Is it live? It's a wrestling show, like they're wrestling?
Yes.
So yeah, they got a week to week show now.
It just started today.
Yeah, it just started today. And they're it's a nice edit, man. Shout out to the folks over there. Shout out to Darius Lockhart, man.
Real dope edit.
It looks really different.
It's different. It's definitely beautiful. I think it's not like here's two matches that we had in our promotion. Just go watch them on the YouTube. They made this look like, and not just a show. Like it. I don't know if people are going to call it. When I first heard about the idea, I was thinking like the old ECW. Looking at it, it feel kind of like vibey, like MTV, like or like Adult Swim, like the way they've got the bumpers coming in and out, and like Darius is really breaking stuff down, but it's not like preachy. It's very unique. It's very artistic, very creative.
Like I felt big, like 420 energy. Like there'd be something to sit back and just
facts. Nah, for real. It definitely felt like something you could get elevated to, and then watch Kevin the Jet Knight fly
And smack people around.
and literally we doing a lot of wrestling talk right now.
Rock, do your son DJ? Is that what you think? Because his Cash App name was DJ Maximum 04.
That's his Cash App.
$4. But is he in bookings? Like, what is he doing?
Is he of drink?
What does he do?
He's of drinking age. Is he drinking?
I don't know. I'm gonna send him $20.
I'm gonna be honest, yo. I've seen Rock. I've seen Rock drink some nonsense. Please, do not. If you watch him right now, please do not drink after your daddy. I've seen him drink so much miscellaneous nonsense.
Ask your homie what he drinking and see what
You know what I
see
mean?
what you like over there. Yeah.
Just take, hey, call Uncle Fam. I'll get you a Crown Royal. You know what I mean? Just something consistent. Listen, back in the goddamn. All right, shout out to the OGs, right? Shout out to the folks who used to watch the pay-per-views on the Zoom with us.
Oh wow! Shout out.
Rock a pop in the goddamn chat, smoking a square.
A whole square.
And every single time I got to ask this, what is that you drinking, cuz?
Yeah, lighter fluid.
I've never seen that bottle in the store, but this would have happened. I took the bottle. I went to the store and I looked up under the shelf and they said nobody got this, so I'm gonna drink it.
Yeah, for real. How much was it? $45. Always, so you don't drink that dark liquor foolishness. See, that's where I'm not. I finally. What was it on SmackDown? I finally watched the whole Wheatley commercial. How can you watch that commercial and then be like, yo, I'm about to go drink? No disrespect, but like that, people get hyped. Wheatley, so good, I drink it. Like that's that. People like, yeah, that's my liquor of choice.
I think
said
it
Wheatley
sounds
get
like
freaky.
a liquor made during slavery time. I don't. Wheatley.
Plantation vodka is what you said that was?
Crown Royal Fine Canadian Blended Whiskey. Drink by great, amazing podcasters everywhere.
I drink this. JMO.
Oh, this is Jameson, a good Irish whiskey.
I'm like, this is really my the Wire special.
Got to keep the devil down in the hole.
Down in the hole. Down in the hole.
Jameson is a great mixing vodka.
I love it. Yeah, Jameson and ginger. Oof.
Yeah, Jameson and ginger ale goes very well.
Sable is the niggas from
Sable.
From the last the best man or whatever.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Dora was just at some Yamin, and I guess they had a tasting, but they was there.
Oh,
they was there. Hair Paranu, I believe, and what's the name? Shout out, Rattler Steve. Thanks to Hair Cousin.
Mike, he's a Mike. Hey, Mike, Mike. Y'all gonna sell that little whiskey, Mike.
Sir Davis. I got Sir Davis.
DJ is his.
Yeah, he gotta work on scripts. Well, tell him I sent him a couple dollars to work on his drink game, but I don't promote young people drinking. Tell him to stay away.
Hey, if you're a writer and you don't drink, more power to you. I don't know if I'm called. A wise man once told me, "You write drunk and you edit sober."
That's cute.
It's never failed me.
Okay,
that works for create drunk and edit sober as well.
Well, yeah, 100%. You imbibe and then you do your thing, and then the next day you wake up like, what do we do? All right,
whiskey won't fail me now.
Uncle Nearest.
Lifting out so you don't call nobody else.
You promote wait. Put that back up, fam. I'm sorry. Dempsey said you promote old people drinking. No, anytime.
That's the show, ain't it?
But anytime you see it be like some old person, 102 years old. What's their diet? They drink a shot of whiskey and eat a can of sardines. Like that's on the news. What's the secret to life? Oh, I have a pint of Jameson and some fried chicken every day, and but it'd be like one chicken wing and one shot because that's all their body can handle.
Blood pressure and a heart attack, whiskey and fried chicken, just salt. I'm drinking rum and Red Bull.
Talking about that cruise, you're going to be hearing that on the cruise a lot. That's the wake up song.
All right, look, this cruise.
I'm drinking.
It's a long road with this cruise. My grandmother has called me several times already.
Shut up, Corey.
We done booked the flights. Everything is taken care of. Tonight I had to read through excursions for her.
Oh.
So we had to go day by day. And you know the little excursions, I guess. Mm-hmm. So I had to read them and read the descriptions. And I had
How long was this conversation? Because I know that could take a while. The description, it'd be 50, 60 things.
The hour and a half.
Damn.
had to eliminate anything that involved her having to walk. So then I had to go through excursions with tram or bus tours. And then I had to go through which beach chair to buy to rent. And yeah, this is going to be a long time. We're taking her to get her passport tomorrow. God help us.
That shouldn't be too bad.
You got the picture already?
Yeah, that's the first one.
Picture, and then we're going to do
Oh, it's a whole process.
You just go to y'all. It's Walgreens down there. What's the
to the post
CVS,
office because she doesnn't believe in CVS or Walgreens.
So you're gonna go to the post office? Yeah,
it has to be the post office, and she got to sign the form. You know how elderly people are; it has to be a certain kind of way.
You going early?
My aunt is coming to pick her up. I think her at like 10 o'clock or something like that. So I booked us a tram tour for the Half Moon Cay. And then I booked a see Atlantis and Nassau by land and sea. So they're doing a little boat cruise. I'm like, Grandma, we're getting off one boat to get on another boat.
You got to. That big ass hotel on the water, though. You got to.
You're getting a boat cruise with it's an hour open bar, which she ain't going to drink, and I'm not trying to drink. And then we get off that and get on a air-conditioned coach bus. And we ride around Atlantis so she can go shopping and buy cheap, tacky ornaments. Because it's all going to be tacky. It's all going to be tacky.
That's crazy. I like
it. Hey, look. Yo, I remember we went on a cruise. We went on a big family cruise one time, and we got off on the excursion zone, and me and my brother-in-law kept going to like the little. They like island bodegas. Is the only way I can describe them joints. Right? They sell like everything. Like you could buy like Snickers and rubbers and beer, like all in the same place, right? So each one of these little joints, we would just buy a different beer. But because we had to get back on the boat at a certain time, we didn't spend no time like savoring the beers. It was like, boom, let's get to the spot. So we hit like 5-6 spots, and then we almost missed the boat with the last spot. But by the time we got back to the boat, boy, we was on full fur.
See, and that's the thing. So we have an 8-hour day. Me and my grandmother are getting back to the boat 2 hours before the due time. Because what we're not going to do is I'm not running for no cruise ships. I'm not getting stranded in the Bahamas with an 85-year-old woman. So if the day is over at 4, we're supposed to be back at 4. We're going to be back at 2. And me and my grandmother already agreed. This is going to be cute. It's giving very much of Golden Girls. Like my 85-year-old grandmother and her gay, fabulous eldest grandson on a cruise.
There may be an episode of Golden Girls like this, no?
This is definitely giving sitcom, no shade.
Yeah.
It's definitely giving sitcom.
It's just the two of y'all. Are you gonna be able to hold the phone to like get the content?
Yeah, I'm gonna be able to hold the phone to get the content. My aunt and my uncle are going as chaperones
because they okay, bitch.
If I say that my grandmother, she'll go along with it. I will post that because that'll go viral.
I'm with it.
Let me tell you something. My grandmother is an Eastern Star. She's been going to St. Baptist Church for, I want to say, 30-some years.
Mm-hmm.
Over on the west side. My grandmother is classic Black excellence, regalness, that old school tailored shirts, creases in your denim, like gum in your purse.
Hat and gloves.
That part. White glove treatment. And you better have the starch. She is classic Black Americana.
That is my favorite non-traditional smell. Like, you know how like what's that weird thing you like the smell of? Spray starch.
Yeah.
That Niagara. I love the smell of that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, Antoine, my grandmother got a collection of hats. She got a collection of blouses, suits, gowns.
She got crowns.
She is like she like my grandmother. For her 80th, we did a party for her just before the pandemic, and her, her picture for the flyer, which I thought was so hilarious, was her in full Eastern Star regalia, like the sash, the box hat with the diamond pins, with the white glove. With the seat, like it was giving. My grandmother looked like a cross between a church usher and the Nation of Islam in that outfit.
Peace God. She was FOI.
It was no shade. It was given FOI. No shade, but it's the Eastern Star.
The fruits will whip your ass.
Yeah, no facts.
Hmm.
The fruits will whip somebody's ass.
Oh, no shade. If I ever hire security, I mean, if they can get past the whole "I like men" thing, and I might want to have some fruit at the conclusion of the family.
It's a whole. Never mind.
If they can get past that.
I hate you.
I'm out of here.
I currently hate you.
If they can get past that, then I would totally hire the Nation of Islam. I like, what they, and not to get religious or anything like that, because we don't really do that here, but I love the way that the nation looks, the way that they present.
It's fly shit.
I don't agree with everything. I'm gonna be very transparent, but
you're supposed to.
For Black America, I really love the way that they present, and it's so funny because my therapist, believe it or not, is a member of the nation.
Word.
All right, Antoine.
Yeah, my therapist, and I highly recommend therapy. My therapist is a member of the nation, and I met him at my doctor's. He's a social worker there, and he took me on, and it's so interesting. And you know what's so funny? I did actually, how did we get here? But I did a panel at one of the senior members of the Nation of Islam's houses. This was back when gay culture was like just exploding in the Black community, as far as in this new generation of it. Mm-hmm. And I did this barbershop talk, and they had at the time I was just starting, rapping and being out rapping, right? Mm-hmm. I did the barbershop talk, and the guy who hosted, he was like, my uncle is a member of the nation, and he has these panels and discussions at his home in PG. Would you be okay with doing that? I said, yeah, because at the time I'm like, whatever, I'm not scared. So I go, and when I tell you, probably the most, we had very good discourse. We didn't agree on everything, but when I say the most hospitable, the most respectful,
word,
the most engaging in coming with intelligent insight, thoughtful questions, every interaction that I've had with the nation as an openly gay man, and I'm not saying they won't, that it's all that, but every interaction that I've had have been nothing but they've always been probably the most respectful, because I've done many a gay panel discussions and all of that. Whenever they need one of their guests to show up for the event, I will always get called, especially in the Baltimore area. And I will say this: out of all of the people who you thought would be the easiest were not, and the people who I thought would be tough, like the nation, were probably the most respectful and had a great healthy meal for me.
I was gonna ask if they fed you, if they gave you like bean pie or something.
Healthy meal. They got me to the home and from the home.
They got you car service as well?
Yeah, they drove me.
It was a nigga picked you up and dropped you off.
They say safe, brother.
Yeah. Were the fruits there? Were the fruits there?
So, they weren't in uniform, and I think if I'm being very transparent,
that scares me even more.
But the thing is, I don't live in fear, and these are all Black men. Whatever happens, gonna happen. So if I can go and talk to other races and not know what's going on, I should be able to still give my own people that been out in cachet. So no, they weren't in uniform, but a couple of them were definitely fruits, and I think they weren't in uniform because the discussion that we were having was very open, it was very loose, it was very respectful, and they have certain things that they have to adhere to. So I'm not sure if it was officially sanctioned or not. So it's like one of those things, but I will say that they were nothing but kind to me.
Damn. Interesting. I learn something new every day.
And my therapist is in the nation. You know what? And this is what I've learned.
Brother, can you tell me about your relationship with your uncle?
But you know what's so crazy? My therapist is in the nation, but he's also a couple years younger than me. But he did some time, so he has that lived experience.
A whole TV show.
Yeah, he's really lived life for a little bit.
And so we talk a lot. Like I learned a lot about how they marry, what their process is, and things like that, and just talking about life situations, coping, anxiety, things like that. If we didn't have any, I'm gonna be honest with you, if there weren't certain barriers to entry, which we all know what they are, I probably would be in it.
Interesting. You like pork?
Oh no! You know what?
Come on!
For the record, I'm not a big pork eater. I don't even eat bacon like that. Because it's too salty. But
this shit DDM can't give up white women.
I can't give up white meat, but I don't know about the
Get him out of here.
Oh my god!
Say my brother.
Oh man.
Cal,
What's up?
I don't know if you saw, but I just got chased by a motherfucking pit bull.
Wait, what?
What?
Wait, where would I have seen this? You got video?
Why would I have video?
You said I don't know if you saw. Am I tripping?
You really got chased by a pit bull?
Nigga.
Am I tripping?
No, you're not.
What happened?
Because you be saying,
It's a whole. You like the post, Mimi.
I know, but you said
You
said,
would've
do you
saw-
have a video? Right.
I said, did you see? Meaning, did you see my post?
I didn't know there was
I
a post.
saw your post,
I
but
didn't
he
see-
said you have a video, meaning the video of you getting chased.
Why would I have a video?
Because you
because you
because
said,
of what you said.
No, I
Because of
didn't.
what you said.
No,
but wait. So
No, I'm done.
no.
Nope, I'm finished.
Look at him.
Are you okay?
Look at him.
Are you okay?
I damaged the hood of my luxury sedan.
I understand. That motherfucker was gonna try and bite on you, wasn't he?
If I had a pistol on me, I would have shot that bitch.
I understand. Who dog? Do you know?
Tell us the story.
Yeah. Do you know who dog was it? Who dog was it?
You knew the dog?
No, why would I have shot the motherfucker if I knew it?
It was.
No, I know.
You shot the dog?
At some point, sometimes some dogs just go crazy, and there's nothing you can do. You saw Fresh.
They probably gave that dog some food.
You saw what they did.
What happened.
That's what I'm saying. They hung that pop 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 pop.
Listen,
Maybe just one pop.
when my aunt lived off the beaten path,
Oh, it's outside.
so do remember it snowed here.
Yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
where my aunt lives, there is no plow. You gotta
it's
do
still
your
snow.
own shit.
Yeah, my street. Yeah, I got you. I'm with you.
You gotta do that shit yourself.
On your own, or hope that sun melted down.
So you gotta park. If you don't want to get your shit stuck, you park away from it and then walk down to the
Yes.
house.
Mhm.
So I get out the car, lock the car, bloop, and I hear, and I'm like, the fuck is that?
Oh, the snow, the crunch, 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 crunch.
I'm hearing, yeah. And I turn around and it's we fake. He looking at me, I'm looking at him.
It's one of those.
This motherfucker, this little bitch was brown, and it was sitting up, and I said, "Oh, please, like yo, I'm too old to be doing this."
Right. That's an ordeal trying to deal with one of them Yamins.
So when I say, "Please, I'm too old to."
The bowl.
You muted.
I know I'm muted. I hit it right when I say I'm too old to be.
In the snow?
So we get to where he on the side of the car.
Muted.
I'm not doing this shit. I can't keep this up. So at that time, I'm yelling, yo!
Stop it.
For who?
Yo!
Right, for
I
who?
need somebody to divert this bitch's attention so I can get back in the car.
Who was outside? Nobody.
No,
Do
nigga.
you know whose dog it was?
That's
Hold
my
on.
ass.
Hold on. So when I saw that bitch was coming around the car, my only choice is to jump on the hood of my sedan.
I understand.
And you dented it?
This nigga. This nigga
I
definitely.
mean, I saw your little booty. You got a little fatty, and now you done dented it.
Not the fatty.
Wow,
Not the fatty.
those are steroids that's doing that.
Yo.
I jump on the hood. I jump on the fucking hood and I'm like, oh, this little bitch gonna get up here. Let me get on the roof.
The roof.
So I got on the roof of the hall, right?
Should have
And I'm
Sean
like,
Vendetta that goddamn dog.
and that's what I said. If I would have
You didn't have a hammer.
I'd have peeled the muffin can back
no.
on.
You would have hit that mother. You know what?
Yeah. Get that goddamn dog.
So
3
I'm
points.
on. So here I'm on the hood, or
Lights is
I'm
out.
leaning on the windshield, and I'm like, yo. So here come my cousin outside. Who is that? And I say, it's me, mama.
Right.
So she like, who me?
Who me is crazy.
Hey, yo, why do black people hate to say who they is?
It could be
No,
a
I
setup.
told her.
You never
No,
know.
I
Never
told
know.
her.
Oh,
I told her who it was.
Oh.
And she was like, who?
Oh shit.
So I tell her again. She like, are you stuck? No.
I'm gonna
I
die.
said, it's a fucking dog out here. And she like,
Oh man, that ain't number one.
it's a what? It's a fucking dog.
It's a what is crazy.
And she turned on the floodlight.
Ah.
She says, oh, that ain't nothing but so-and-so.
He's happy to see
Come here,
you.
Coco.
She said, he ain't gonna do shit. I should kick your mother.
That dog ain't got no teeth.
Right.
That's what I did.
Right. That's what it be.
Could you imagine if he didn't have no teeth?
That dog blind.
Yeah, I know. I call Big Duke.
Get the Yamin.
This filthy motherfucking dog just chased me down the hill. He said, who? So-and-so? I said,
Click.
he said, I know you ain't scared of so-and-so.
Wow.
Dog. He said, that little bitch ass dog. I said, I didn't know it was a bitch.
They calling you bitches because you didn't know the dog was a bitch.
He definitely ain't called me a bitch. Hold on. He said the little bitch ass dog.
I'm just making sure.
Motherfucker.
Nigga, you the one that was up on the hood of the car. I'm just trying to make sure what's going on.
What you want me to do, be lunch?
You know that ain't nothing but old Bimbo potching them dog right
So,
there.
I'm gonna shut up. I ain't gonna say nothing crazy. I ain't
What,
gonna
be
say nothing crazy.
kibble?
Oh shit, that's funny.
I come home, tell T Mav, she busts out laughing.
I bet.
Uh-huh.
I bet. You here now, nigga? It's funny.
You don't check on
She
me.
said, uh-huh.
Didn't nobody have no ring camera, no nothing, no video of this?
We are in the fucking sticks.
My question still stands.
Where I was, it wasn't like at nobody door.
So basically, you saying you came out and didn't get the reception you expected.
So
Yeah,
if that
start the show.
if that dog eating your ass, you've been out there for a minute. You've been out there for a couple of minutes.
I swear, if I would have would have killed it.
Hey, yeah. Now we got to start the show. God damn, because I don't want all these people. Hey, you ain't gonna mess with so and so.
I do not condone animal cruelty.
Kick
Facts.
dogs.
As a matter of
Dogs to
fact.
chase,
He's an
kick them
ambassador
niggas.
for a pet nonprofit.
Kick them dogs.
Well, I'm ambassador for Pet Cemetery, nigga.
Nick,
Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to another
You're.
Morphin' time.
I like this. I like everybody ready to do something when the song starts. This nigga morphin' time head ass. Welcome back to the Black Rasslin Podcast. Glad Math can make it. The whole squad is here.
What are you transforming into?
Into a nigga on time. Look,
are you voguing?
Are you voguing is crazy? Yeah, Salt and Pepper is really voguing right now. You know, it is 2025. New year, same us though.
Season all is seasoning.
As always, it's your boy Cal. Matt Vick is crazy. Matt Vick is crazy. That may be the name of the episode. God damn it, Matt Vick is crazy. As always, it's your boy Cal. I ain't got no title. I just got my squad with me. Prayers up to Los Angeles. For real.
Yeah.
I don't want to dwell, but it sounds crazy. Everything. They moving football games. They moving everything. So stay safe out there. Rest in peace to Trenton legend DJ Juice Antoine. I don't know if you heard this news, but a real DJ legend from the town has passed away the other day. Salutes to him. But no sadness. There's a lot to go on. So let's get to that. You already saw the entire squad is on the line. Miss Mimi, say what's good to the people, yo.
What?
Uh-oh.
Good to the 2025 people.
There you go.
The who?
The 2025 people.
Oh. I thought you said turning 25. I'm like, them young niggas in here?
Didn't know.
I'm young at heart.
Here we go.
This nigga old as a...
Here we go.
It's a pepper.
Speaking of which, DDM.
What? What?
Jesus.
Move your hand. Move your hand.
all right, yo.
Let's go. It's DDM, the EST and BRP. Happy New Year. Shout out to the City of Angels, Los Angeles. My hearts are with you, all of my friends there. Like, this is some apocalyptic shit, but we're going to get through it. Shout out to everybody going to the Rumble. He will be making an appearance. It has been decided.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You know, I'll be there. Full regalia, of course.
Jesus.
You know.
Yeah.
Champ? Uh-oh.
I hope y'all can read.
There you go. Speaks for itself. Brother Math Damons.
Before I get into it, when he say wata, that shit sound like when my grandmama used to call my grandfather.
Water.
That's very funny.
Power to the people. We back to do maintenance.
Facts. Let's go.
Yeah, we gonna rock like crack when it came in.
Oh shit.
It ain't about the title, it's who you body to get it. You know what it is. At Mav Damon.
Bitch.
I got you, don't worry about it.
Oh shit. Man, I got the Yamin. We actually got to pour it up for Dorian one time, and then we can get to the Yamins, right?
Come on, Escalon.
Is Dorian drinking? Did Rock say if Dorian was drinking?
Hey, shout out to D. Shout out to our nephew.
Big 21 is real.
Shout out
Not
to
crack is crazy.
He might have a split star. I think that's what he said. He have a split.
Oh yeah, hey, that make more sense. That make way more sense.
Oh, now he'll come up for your Espelon. Chris Brown said Espelon is for the poor.
That's a
So
choice.
no. Listen, like Chris Brown is Funk Master Flex. Don't get it twisted. That nigga is Funk Master Flex too.
Is that his new nickname?
He cannot talk about drinking around us.
Is he's Funk Master Flex on that for real? Oh wait, we told that story, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we took that.
Yeah.
I gotta find that episode. It was
the
something.
smell of the tomatoes that had got to me.
Yeah, it has something to do with it has something to do with salad, right?
Yo,
Glizzy
man,
salad, was that the name of the I mean, what was the name of the episode?
That was a whole nother issue.
Nah, it was something with
Salad
salad.
glizzy. That was the
The
salad.
salad
glizzy.
Then
glizzy.
what was the because I remember we had a whole conversation. Anyway, we getting way off track. Nah, salute to Dorian. Rest in peace, DJ Juice for real.
Salute to Dorian.
Salute to Dorian.
Shout out to Lil Rock.
For real.
Oh, that's good. That is good. This is it's whiskey lemonade.
All right.
Rich girl singing that.
We peace to everybody who tapped in to Turnbuckle Talk and BRP. Ted DB. I don't bless you.
Ted DiBiase is great.
Ted DiBiase is crazy.
That's actually dope. That's actually dope. I really like that.
Ted DiBiase. There's something there. There's something there.
Yeah.
Now, peace to everybody who tuned into the special edition of Turnbuckle Talk this past Monday evening, immediately following the debut of Raw on Netflix. I know I was working and I was tired. I know everybody else had to be tired, but
it was given delusional. I was like,
I was drunk.
Yo, the next day at 3:00, I didn't know what the fuck I was, what I was doing, what I needed to do, how I needed to do it. All I knew is I tried to lay down. I was, that restless tired.
Yes.
what was it? Was it because you was hype about what you had just seen?
Because
you got the Oli Folly.
Too much.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this: we not doing that for this coming Monday after Raw. We gonna watch that episode, and then you'll see us on Thursday.
That was a special presentation.
Big facts. Nah, big facts. But
what Raw next week is giving regular.
Well, I will say it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I don't want to jump the gun too much, but with the word of the ratings that they gave out saying 4.9 million views for the debut, I'm not even going to say this next week. There probably will be a dip.
Oh, for sure.
Put your hand up on your head.
I'm trying. Like, when do you think it's going to make sense? Because we're literally weeks away from the Royal Rumble. Like, and we're on the road to WrestleMania. Like, at some point, this number's going to get regular.
I think that WWE has been so strategic in how they're doing it, because the road to WrestleMania for both Raw and SmackDown is not in the United States. A lot of those dates are dates in Europe, overseas. They
on the road for real.
So it's going to be interesting, which is going to drive curiosity, I think, for the product, because right now I feel like what's interesting is that them having so many events in different places is creating this kind of competition between countries as to who can be the best crowd. That's
probably going to be it, yeah.
And so it's going to be interesting to see. I think that, quite frankly, the company is in a renaissance. They're in a space where the bubble hasn't popped yet. I think the bubble is just getting bigger. But
I think there's probably some room to grow. There was a couple of people that I don't know about y'all. Were there anybody that may have been like former fans or people you didn't know was really into wrestling that hit y'all up?
They came back.
Yeah.
Yes.
There were a couple people hit me up on Twitter like, "Yo, this Roman Reigns Solo Sikoa match is the first wrestling match I ever seen."
Shout out
I
to
had
Roman
women
Reigns.
Ever.
Yeah.
It's ever.
I had women who hadn't watched in a while, but because they follow me on social media, they was like, "Oh, this on Netflix." I mean, look, because a lot of people don't have USA, right?
Right, and it was right there.
They looked at it, was like, "This is giving me chills," because the nostalgia. I'm gonna tell you,
now horny. That was me.
Hey.
But the curtain drop, like I think the nostalgia piece of it for the people who aren't like us, and I'm going to include me in us now because I don't really consider myself. I still have a casual eye, but I'm not a casual anymore. I can accept that now.
Yeah, you've been hanging around with us too much.
But I am still going to read you for filth because it needs to be a certain level.
Me?
But I will say that a lot of people who are casuals who haven't watched the product in a while, that opening got them. Nostalgia pieces got them. I had people telling me, "Oh my God, I'm crying because this is an interesting story." And shout out to my girl D. Her mom passed away, and she's very open about it. Her mom was a victim of substance abuse, and she messaged me on Facebook. She was like, "I'm crying because the last time I watched this was with my mother, and watching opening, I saw all of the decades and the time that me and my mom and my brothers watched this, and I'm legit in here crying."
Don't make me cry. This bitch.
When she said that,
I'm emotional.
It made me realize that WWE is Americana. It's bigger than a wrestling promotion. They're right up there with McDonald's, Andy Warhol, Ford Motors.
They're better than the fabric. Yeah.
Apple pie.
Racism.
Yeah.
Racism in baseball.
Right. They're up there.
It's the mirror.
It's and that's the key, right? Because and I think Vince McMahon had a really big part in what's going on outside. All right, bet 6 months later, this is the storyline.
Yeah.
We're going to hold that up. One thing I saw a couple of people talking about before we get to the show, some folks were questioning about the numbers, which has been, I mean, I know these four are tired of me talking about, is it going to be Nielsen numbers? Is it going to be Netflix numbers? They said that this is how the numbers read. 2.6 million households apparently watched the Netflix debut of Raw versus the 1.2 million households that had watched Raw on average in 2024. Variety pointed out though that, I mean, it's difficult to do like a 1-to-1 comparison because the numbers aren't the same. Nielsen, they were doing it like they do every television show. They're doing half hours, they're doing quarter hours, they're seeing how many people drop based off of demos, whatever. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, Netflix is looking at the total amount of views and they're dividing it by how long the show is. And that's how they're getting whatever number that they're giving, that 4.9 million, the 2.6 million households, which again, you don't know how many people that really means. So it's that the thing is though, I mean, if you want to compare numbers, the last episode of Raw on the USA Network did approximately 1.596 million viewers over a 2-hour time frame. So it's definitely number to number. It's a big jump, but I mean, it was going to be a big jump. We're talking The Rock. I mean, I don't know how long he'd been advertised, but like day up Monday, you knew The Rock was there and The Rock was going to be doing something. You've got Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa facing each other for the Lola Falana. You've got Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan facing each other for that Women's World Championship. Plus, you've got a Drew and Jey Uso match. Plus, you've got CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Like, even if, and I saw some chat or some chatter in the chat about how the show, I've seen people talking on the timeline how it didn't, there wasn't a lot going on. It was a lot of, they were hyping up what was the move, and you got to see, certain matches, but I guess for some people it didn't feel like, it wasn't given whatever big fight feel they thought it was going to be, whatever PLE energy they thought it was going to give. Regardless, you feel what I'm saying? Like, regardless, they did. We were talking. There was a lot of stuff where it was like you could tell that they were trying to educate you on some of these storylines and some of these people. They definitely gave you some of the. They gave you the Roman Reigns. They gave you how many damn celebrities was around that ring. We'll talk about this probably a little bit. I thought Travis Scott was supposed to be doing a song. That man came out there with an unopened can or whatever and a spliff.
That nigga ain't do no song. That nigga did drugs.
I'm off these motherfucking drugs. Yeah. They hit that fiend and that shit turned up. But you know what I mean? It was spectacle. You know what I mean? And that's what they wanted to make it the biggest event in the land.
I wonder if that belt is going to be a thing.
No,
Which
one?
no, that was his thing. That's
wait,
kinda,
which?
That's his thing.
you
They
talking
gave
about
that
the
to
hardcore
him.
belt?
Yeah.
that's his
Oh no,
thing.
yeah, I saw him. That's the one Triple H gave him during
Mhm.
was it the Complex Con weekend or whatever?
Mhm.
I didn't know
think-
if they were going to reintroduce that or something like that.
Nah,
They can't
I
do
think he's a
hardcore.
fan, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and,
He's
and
a
it's a
fan, and he holds the license for Cactus Jack. So that's the correlation. That's the
Okay.
relationship. Yeah.
Gotcha. I will say this though. I feel like, and Mimi, you brought this up in our private chat. Just as far as the appearances did kind of make it a little bit too strenuous. I think it kind of took you out of it with some of the, and I agree with you on that because when I think back, I was
that's a
like,
good point, DNC.
good, but it did kind of. They did a lot of explaining for the casual fan. They did a lot of this was a commercial and an introduction for casual.
Mhm.
It was an introduction for people who want to. It's like the stories, right?
Mhm.
Like you can always pick up in the stories and figure out what's going on and continue in the storyline. I feel like
Who's
with
with the
all
new?
their products this week, this is what they did. They said, we're going to reset. We're going to let you know what's going on. And now that we're in this new era, you can follow along and pay $5,000 to go to the Royal Rumble.
Mhm.
I
Are you
I don't-
in the Royal Rumble?
that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. So the show we got Triple H out there. After he did the speech, they did the video. They showed the ring and then
Literally.
black ring with what was all right? I wrote it down. There's a Netflix logo in the ring. There's a Fortnite logo. Riyadh season. They announced
You know what they doing there?
Rumble going to Riyadh in 2026. Snickers, cricket, and Hulk Hogan Real American Beer. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Pure swill.
What? Not swill, shill. Rock came out with the he had the little bit of salt and pepper beer. He had the Cartiers on, which fam noted them shits are sold out.
They were
Them
gone
shits is
before-
gone.
They was gone before the show though. Like as soon as when we looked at, as soon as we found them, oh yeah, they was already gone.
They was out. They
They
bought them.
probably knew. Were they new? Was that
They
new?
could be.
They could- I didn't-
weren't
I
at the
don't
top
know.
of the site. I had to dig for them, but
They bought them shits quicker than they bought the jacket that Luigi Mangione had on. I'm sorry.
Cartier, Sidney Poitier, hooray shit. You know,
It was hype off of that. Now,
Cha-ching. I'm not you. Sorry.
The Rock went out there, and I think he calls himself Final Boss, but he was really on his.
that wasn't Final Boss.
He was on his. I'm on the board at WWE. You know, take a look at what this extravaganza. He was hyping up Ted Sarandos. He up in the Yami. Yeah. He had. I don't know what ring that motherfucker had on. It was a big ass ring he had like on his pointer. I don't know what was going on. The main point of the Rock promo, and it was the real question, which kind of set off the whole. Is he gonna be at WrestleMania? What the fuck going on? Him and Cody cool. Now, mind you,
He tried to fix it the next night.
he tried to fix it because niggas was talking, right?
I never saw it like that.
Talk about what?
Did you
So-
see
so-
them drinking the liquor outside the car in the parking
Yeah.
lot?
They
But
did
again-
sip some Terramana.
Again, let me be clear, right? I'm gonna give you an example. It's not a 1-to-1, but it's close.
Talk to me.
In the hood where I'm from, the whole hood didn't rock with other hoods, right? Like, so you may have beef within your hood, but whenever you go somewhere and you see people from your hood,
It's love.
y'all are one because it's y'all against the other hood.
Cause fuck them niggas. Yes,
F
I
them
got
old
you.
mill niggas,
I'm sorry,
cuz.
Mimi. I'm not pointing at
Sorry.
you. I'm just saying them niggas in general.
Check
So-
email, Cal.
So
Okay.
I had an individual that I despised, right? Did not, whenever I saw him, it was never love. But whenever we were out And if I saw him and we were not home, it was, yo, what's going on? You know what I mean? It was always peace, because we are one when we're not home. It's not a 1-to-1, but again, it's WWE against everybody. So that's not my man, but tonight it's us against everybody. It's how I see it. That's why you like, yo, I see what you're doing. You're doing your thing. Peace to you. But when we back on that shit, we back on that shit. Tonight we not on no shit. We gonna sip some drinks. You know what I mean? We're gonna celebrate.
In the same outfits.
Mimi, this picture, where does picture come from?
You come from.
I found them. I'm sorry, hold on. I found them on Sunglasses Hut.
$5,100 for these damn Cartiers?
Ain't that normal?
No.
They was 13.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I thought they were 13. I
would never pay that much for a pair of Cartier glasses. That's just.
I'm sorry. Wait 1 sec. I'm sorry.
Those are Skip Bayless prices.
I got that joke.
I love Cartier, but like that's not even Chanel. Like that's like it's Cartier. Cartier is good for jewelry, but like for a sunglass, I need me a Chanel.
I like these. I need these.
But not for.
Can I put something in that? That's a little pouch. I could put like
I don't like that pouch. It's leather. I could put it on your forehead. Gonna sweat.
I could put I could put a joint or like a quarter or something in there. Like what could I put in there?
Ain't no to get the cart from Aldi.
Facts. Now a little.
Yeah. So going back in the same outfit.
Yeah.
Mimi, you are from the 90s.
Okay.
You know hustlers. Right? Hustling niggas will wear the same clothes for days straight.
Hustling lying niggas. Talk about you've been carrying in the company for the past year, for the past 8 months.
Has the man been getting it? Has he been getting it?
No.
He been getting it.
No.
Why you
He didn't even have a match, my nigga. He ain't even have a match.
He's on a whole nother show.
It don't matter.
It don't matter. It's crazy.
He the champion.
Well, I think the thing is, well, actually, I will say this: it may matter in terms of how many matches they were at least trying to have for that show. They already got 4 matches booked for next week. One of them is the Women's Intercontinental Title final match that people was wondering if they was going to be on this show. Penta may be on that show next week. It may be the end of Damian Priest and Finn Balor. Like, I think when you really what for a 3-hour show to have 4 matches, there was a lot of stuff that could have been on that show, including a Cody match. But I think they chose. Well, it was
that show was a commercial.
A big one.
That's what it's supposed to be.
This show was for none of us. Let's keep it a buck.
Wait.
You got to shake your mustache.
Solo Roman wasn't for us.
It was not for us. That was an introduction.
They on a whole nother show too, but they was on the show.
That was an introduction to Roman Reigns.
So what? You know what it is?
An introduction to Roman Reigns. Thank you very much.
Well, but you know what that is.
That was definitely the way they framed it. If you watch the end of that match, everything they did was to show, hey, people from
the guy.
Yeah, people from Netflix land is coming here for the first time. This is our guy.
Did y'all see his shoes?
Yeah, Kobe is on.
I don't know who did the customs, but I mean, he had the all blacks and then had these Yamins on after wearing Jordan for a minute. I think Fam is right. I almost liken it to like a like somebody who's not into Marvel and they go and they watch the first thing they watch from Marvel is Endgame. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you're literally getting not just the culmination of a story, but the new beginning in some aspects. And maybe, I don't know how much, I've not checked out any of the WWE content on Netflix, but for some of the people I know who were saying that was the first WWE match they ever watched, they've got hours of content on YouTube. They more like got hours of content on SmackDown somewhere. Like you can go back and at least relive that story to catch up to Friday.
it, but I watched when I came back into wrestling in November 2020 to see the Undertaker take his last ride in the pandemic era. Because shout out to Erica because you created a bill, sis, and I'm not here for it. But as soon as I watched that, because I had the $10 for the WWE Network, I went back and literally watched Mad Royal Rumbles, Mad WrestleManias, Mad like that's what really got me looped back in. So they know exactly what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. No, exactly. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I think it was very corporate driven. I think it was very remember us, come back. Absolutely, because there were people that don't watch wrestling that or did watch wrestling in my network. I was getting flooded with the text message. Once The Rock announced and they put that out, like I was just getting the constant text messages. Yeah. But I will say, every time I do mention Roman Reigns or somebody looks at my phone, people know who he is without even watching wrestling. They do.
He's got that cachet now.
He's got that cachet now.
Because he's fine.
He's fine. There were people asking, what was the question somebody asked? Who's going to? Because I guess now that you WWE is fully on Netflix, you can change your avatar, your profile pic for your account. And did you ask this, fam? Somebody asked this. Who would be your the WWE superstar that or who would be? No, matter of fact, Shoemaker asked this. Who would be the best example of the WWE right now for your avatar on Netflix? And I think for a lot of people, we're going on 5 years of Roman Reigns kind of being this guy. It makes sense. They talk about him enough, and they gave him that reign enough, but.
You know what's interesting is I logged on to Peacock and the stuff is still there.
Oh yeah, all that. Yeah, they got to. They got to milk this now more than ever.
Because Bianca is my avatar on Peacock.
No, but even still, like we opened talking about 4.9 million, 2.6 million households. Like if you've got WWE anything right now, that better be on the forefront, especially with a Saturday Night's Main Event coming up in like what 2-3 weeks. You gotta do that now, if you're smart.
Yeah, I mean, the PLEs are still over there.
The PLEs are going to be there at least until next year. I believe this is the last year.
The end of the year, right?
Yeah. It's fun.
I think my Peacock avatar is Ice-T from whatever that show, The Police. Ice-T, I believe. I
will say my Peacock avatar is the Tribal Chief.
Mine is the Peacock.
I set my mom's avatar as Ice-T, but
motherfuckers like this.
You're wild.
Mine is Oscar. Because at the time Roman wasn't in the avatar space.
Yeah, but when I did it, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. When
now.
You said what? Is Roman now?
It's Bianca now because I just changed.
Oh, that's a piece of shit.
You stupid. All right, so Roman's got the Lola Falana, obviously.
Right.
I didn't know if it was going to be a turn. When Solo was talking, when he brought up that stipulation on the 3-hour SmackDown, which Triple H is saying, don't worry, at some point it may go back to 2 hours. I didn't know if they was going to try and put some fix in. What happened after that? Oh, so Rhea Ripley got her title back?
Yes.
It's over.
Rhea got her title back.
Hallelujah.
What you say? When you say it's over, you talking about Rhea Liv?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm assuming it's going to be an Io Sky or somebody else of I don't know who. I'd seen some talk that Becky Lynch, while she was not at Raw, I guess she's kind of penciled in for a return soonish.
There were no returns on this show.
There were. It was business.
It's the Rumble.
Yeah.
Because returns are not for casuals. Returns are for niggas that already know what's going on.
Them diehards.
I ain't even think about what no returns because
No,
everybody
yeah.
was kind of, yo, who coming back? Charlotte. They trying to teach you who's there now.
Exactly.
And then you'll learn. Because what's going to happen is when someone does return, Michael Cole's going to give that. She was the such and such champion this many times and did this and that.
Right.
And that's.
Did y'all hear the story? Matt, I'm again jumping the gun. Right before the CM Punk Seth Rollins match, Michael Cole starts talking about how Seth Rollins, when he was training, he went to CM Punk and
Cody Lopez.
He specifically said Kobe Lopez, and because shout out to Seahawk. Shout out to facts. Shout out to Seahawk. I edited a feature that Seahawk did, and he briefly mentioned that Seth Rollins had a beef with Drew McIntyre. Briefly mentioned that Seth Rollins and CM Punk had a beef, but he didn't get into it because he was like, "Fuck them niggas." But it was ill because Michael Cole, he ran the whole story down. That had to be like a good paragraph or two in his script. Like they are definitely letting the people who were just tuning in know, oh, he looked like $1 million. He looked like he's the reason you should be watching. Here's why. Here's why he's pissed off at that dude. You're not getting that every week. You don't need it. I like it.
I like it too.
Did you like that CM Punk one?
Yeah.
I hated it.
Why?
Where else were we going?
It was amazing.
Wait, what?
Hated it.
Where else were we going?
It's not about where else are we going. I just didn't like it. How about that?
Right.
No, that was a legit question. I didn't know where else we could go.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if WWE is ready for building CM Punk to whatever WrestleMania main event, and also being like, hey, Seth Rollins, you're going to the moon too. At some point, somebody's got to be lower in the card.
Seth's already
It should not be Seth.
Seth's already at the moon.
If he's already at the moon, then he should not be jobbing to new people that want to come back to the fucking company.
Losing in a main event to CM Punk.
This is me being Markish right now. So let me be Markish right now. I don't care. I don't care about a path. I don't care about a story. I just care that he continuously keeps losing to these losers that decide to come back.
What if that's the story, though?
I hate it. I hate it. I just hate
it. Mimi, you about to be pissed off on the whole road to WrestleMania because damn if it's not the CM Punk train right now.
It's the Punk train.
He made his he pointed in the damn direction where he gonna hit that ball, and he's moving in that direction.
I hate
so
it.
I'm gonna be honest.
Lose.
This is a huge show, right? This is one of the bigger shows, period.
Yes.
I think they did this to tell folks like CM Punk is one of these people, XYZ at the end of the day, but also they were telling Punk that too. I think that was their message, like, yo, this dude, this
is
us.
it.
Yeah, you one of our guys.
What if? Because the other guy that was there on Monday, I mean, speaking of returns, John Cena was out there, Dodger Blue. But John Cena specifically,
that was I like that colors.
It looked nice.
He let y'all know.
It looked nice on his milk white skin.
Hey. He
I don't like it at all.
You're wilding.
Man, he looked like the ropes.
You're shut the
like, yo, you came straight from Boston.
Shut up.
Man,
John Cena came back, and the one like the Dodger Blue is cool.
Dodger Blue was fire.
Don't stand John Cena. I know you not that dumb. Don't stand in this ring and try to play to me like you just realized that, oh shit, I could go to the Royal Rumble and get me a title shot for the title. Like, come on, I like don't be dumb to me, but I do think that we might be in a situation where maybe WWE is saying the same thing to CM Punk. Because at a certain point, if this is John Cena's last year, how many more years this guy got left?
He got one.
This one.
That guy has one left.
What?
This is why you don't see him. What did they say? This is his first. This is his first Raw. This is the first time he wrestled in Raw.
That nigga up, bro. 4,000.
It's been like 4,000 days since he wrestled on Raw.
It's been a minute, yeah.
Because he can't. He can't. So he got 1 year left. He gonna get the Mania, and then we might see him as a special guest. Maybe
there's only 1 year left.
Maybe he gonna have donuts and shit like that. That he gonna
the muffins.
Muffins. That's it. That's it.
I don't think we can call this episode Milk White Skin. I'm sorry.
Why not? Ew. Why not?
I did.
I think Cena.
I'll put on the list, but it's not. I don't think we can do that. I don't think we can do it.
I think Phil is already kind of telegraphing that he is not going to be doing this for too long because he already talks about doing stuff behind the scenes and working with NXT and all of that. You know, I think he's injury prone. The fact that here's the thing, right? And this is something I have to remind myself. As a character, I can't stand CM Punk.
Damn.
Behind the scene, I can't stand.
Damn.
But
you don't like the man either.
I gotta remember that I don't know this man in real life, and that's something I have to constantly. I think every wrestling fan needs to remember.
Stop marking.
These people are, and you can mark. I think that's healthy too. I think it is healthy to mark for
look.
I put my hand back.
But when it gets to like, I have to remember that this man behind the scenes,
he's a man.
May be really cool. He may be.
That's nice.
May be, you know,
that
kind of thing. But as a character, I cannot stand CM Punk.
Dad, I'm a be honest with you, Dad.
Keep it above.
I feel you, and
It wasn't me.
We know who it is. I ain't no snitch.
Yeah, all right.
Shout out to my cousin.
So, see, right? nigga.
So right.
I'm sorry, champ. Don't worry about that.
There was a point in time where I did not like Charlotte Flair.
Talk about it.
There's a point in time when this podcast did not like Charlotte Flair. No sell it, Cal.
Oh wow.
Minus me.
No, this was before
okay.
me. This was before me. We did not rock with Charlotte Flair like that.
And I love
pardon me, my bad, Dad. I know you love her, but when I saw Charlotte Flair stand outside with them kids, them black kids, and sign them all and dance and talk to them, stopped in the middle of traffic, I said, yo, how could I not love her?
Mark Henry said the same thing.
I can tell you why. Keep going.
So when I watched CM Punk at the end of Raw, having that interview, and he was like Chris Bay.
Shout out. This is for Chris Bay, yeah.
I said,
1 second. I gave him props 1 second.
I
when
said
he did that just for a couple hours, and I was like, "Fuck you back."
Mimi said he's got it for the rest of the night. I'll win in the morning. We'll see how I feel.
I gotta rock with him.
Because he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to say shit. Yeah, he didn't have to do none of that.
And then he did it. Didn't he do it again?
I don't know.
He said it more than I thought. He said it twice.
I think they just showed it a million times.
They did show that clip a lot, but I'm not sure. I don't know either way. But
I can't
try to put sauce on it. No,
I can't rock. I can't not rock with him.
Yeah, I think, and that's the thing, right? Because we got to remember, yes, this is pro wrestling, this is sports entertainment, and when it was Vince, but this is also a television show,
right?
And these people play characters. And we have to be able to separate the character from the actual person. And it just so happens that I love Charlotte Flair as a character, and I love the person that I see in interviews.
Put that shit on. She be putting that shit on.
You know, I love both. And what I love about King Flair, and I can't wait for it to come back, is that King Flair behind the scenes is probably a very she strikes me as a very not meek, but she's not Charlotte Flair. You know
what's funny is, so what you're saying is, for me, why it took me all her good matches to care for because I feel like that shows, and I think it still shows when Charlotte is a good guy. Now, when Charlotte gets to be the mean girl character,
why she ain't mother? Why she king?
Oh, because King is bigger than Mother. It's King Flair.
King
Flair.
Ain't
Quite
that one of T.I.'s kids?
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know. But it's King Flair.
Yeah, the Yamin one. Yeah.
I mean,
Chick
some people is Mother, like Mother Green, right? But she ain't King Green. Charlotte Flair, that's King Flair.
No, I don't want tweener Charlotte. I need bad guy Charlotte.
Oh, yeah, she needs to be a motherfucker.
As long as she out there.
Yeah,
speaking of women's wrestling, a lot of people
works for women's wrestling.
Well, I mean, and this is probably this was when I realized that they said, "Oh yeah, we you gonna give the people what they want." Like this is definitely end of the story. What's the next chapter? I'm assuming again. I believe we spoke about this briefly. I'm assuming it's Io Sky challenging her next or soon.
I wanted to be Dom Mysterio.
I thought she was about to beat him up. She put the belt down like she was about to fuck him up.
That's what I want to see.
She did.
I want that. I mean,
you think they go
that fight?
No,
I don't think they're going to do it.
You can't do
think
that.
they're going to do it.
You cannot.
He's not wrestling for that title.
You can't because
that would
you
be
put
no chin music ish.
You put the women's title on the back burner for her to get the Judgment Day over for damn near a year.
Yeah.
So you cannot do that.
Yeah.
It could be Jordan Grace.
Nah, it's too early for that. She's got to be introduced first.
Well, Jordan Grace already did the Rumble 2024.
It's not enough.
We've got a Rumble coming up in a couple of weeks.
Me and Dap at the steakhouse.
You could be. I'm not saying WrestleMania because that's not a WrestleMania match, but Jordan. There's only. I feel like we had this conversation recently. She's already beat Liv Morgan. You've got Io Sky. Who else looks like a viable contender for this title on Raw against Rhea Ripley on Netflix?
Well, Roxanne on her
Thank
way,
you, fam.
She's not gonna win it.
It ain't no
this early. I think that Io Sky is definitely in the picture. I think Becky's on her way back. Becky was actually in town. She was in LA.
I heard she wasn't at the Dome though.
Yeah, she got canceled for another person that we're gonna talk about later.
We almost there soon, ain't we? Hold
on. King Flair is imminent, but I think King Flair going to SmackDown. It's interesting. I think the women's title picture, they've reset everything from NXT to main roster.
Oh yeah.
With the exception of they've reset all of the titles.
They reset everything. Over the last couple of weeks, they've reset everything, yeah.
Like literally within a week. They reset SmackDown with Tiffany, Raw with Rhea, NXT with Julia, and recently, Bubba Green got the United States, and then this week coming up, we get ready to get the IC champion. So we will be starting off the beginning of the year with a total new set of champions for the women's division.
And we're about to get a new women's IC champion as well. So it's going to be I don't want to say a clean slate. It's definitely a fresh start for a lot of these divisions. So after that, you said Mother Green, and then we went to the Fiend. That's a joint. I got this photo off of WWE.com. Jay Uso went on record to say that he wished he could have inhaled it, but he had to work, which is like that's smart. Like I don't care what you do, you let him know. I understand what the situation was. I know where he was at, but
never go full Eric Benet.
You cannot
never.
And don't they get tested for weed? They can't smoke weed.
No,
wait.
They can't smoke grass?
They can smoke now.
I thought they can smoke.
No.
Okay.
No, they can smoke.
Thank God he didn't decide to do it on TV.
Remember, Liv Morgan got pulled over and she had weed in the car, and all the stories was, hey, Liv Morgan good over. This was before the revenge tour really kicked off. Like they're not tripping off that stuff. I'm gonna tell you like this. You have to be Travis Scott to be able to walk into a basketball arena,
a brand new basketball,
a brand new basketball arena with a joint and a lighter. Where can you go to get a lighter past a metal detector
without boofing it?
No way he boofed that.
Yeah, he didn't come in through a metal detector.
He came in through the damn the production right. situation. His fucking truck was, because he was back there with The Rock, wasn't he?
That might have been on that nigga Ryder.
Hey, I'm gonna need one joint of that OG
in a jar of that fire.
Yeah, whatever the strain is.
And a white woman to roll
it. Let me get that fiend. Let me get a joint of that fiend.
I'm not. I don't want that.
All them kids, they all smoking this. Was he supposed to perform? Am I tripping? I thought he was supposed to perform.
He definitely was.
Oh, he was? I didn't recall him.
I saw, was it in the scrum? Triple H talked about the relationship, which it sounds like a lot of the relationships that Travis Scott has, where like he is an idea person, and from what Triple H was saying was like they had a conversation and they had a list of ideas, and they were like, let's talk next week and see what would still make the list. And I feel maybe it started out as Travis Scott going to do a concert at Raw, and then it turned into Travis Scott got a joint with Jey Uso. He didn't look like he even cared about the yeet shit. He just wanted to get to his seat.
Yo, wait for these WWE weed strains, because they dip in every market. Wait for these WWE weed strains.
Wait, what's the first strain? What's the first real strain?
The Undertaker.
The yeet. You smoking the yeet?
I don't want the yeet. Or the
Why not? Everybody smoked the yeet.
I mean,
yeet might be like the chronic at a certain point. Everybody want that shit.
Undertaker, Stone Cold, China. The Rock.
Stone Cold.
Nah, the more and more we see things, I don't know how cool these niggas is.
What you mean?
Yeah.
Stone Cold in the WWE? I don't know.
Well, all right. Well, that's actually.
I feel like we should have. There's no way Steve Williams wasn't supposed to be in that building on Monday.
So, all right. So.
I don't know if he's still. I don't know, because still Stone Cold is. I wanted him at WrestleMania. He didn't show up there. WrestleMania 40.
He showed up when Vince was there, though, didn't
he? He was there. He had the with Kevin Owens. No, that was the last time he was at Mania.
Yeah, that was.
I think that might be the tell. Is the last person to catch an awful stunner.
So that Monday morning, I'd have to check and see when the email came through. But a press release came from WWE. WWE and Hulk Hogan's Real American Beer signed multi-year partnership. And mind you, I had such a trying week the week before. There was like my schedule was low key free. I'm like, I'm about to get hype because WWE is going to Netflix, it's about to be some shit. And I saw that and I'm like, fuck. Because I don't want to see that shit. We get past everything we've talked about so far. Jey Uso beat Drew McIntyre. This nigga come out. Mind you, his logo's been in the ring.
Man.
Him and Jimmy Hart.
Bless Jimmy Hart.
Hey. Math. Let me ask you a question. When your op is across the street and you got a good Yamin on him and whoever else next to him,
they both gotta get it.
Everybody could get it.
If you want a man and he getting stuck with you.
I'm sorry that it had to be you, Jimmy Hart, because I don't know what you said. I don't know if you said anything, but
Royal Rumble.
I knew who you were standing next to. So this man come out and he started talking about, well, you know something? I've had a lot of good tag teams and partnerships back in the day. Woo, I had the Macho Man, and niggas is like, boo, get the fuck out of here, boo. But, and I don't know how y'all watch Netflix. At this point, it's all subtitles. It's all subtitles. Mm-hmm. That shit is just new TV, boom, subtitles. So I had the shit on. It was the funniest subtitles before this was early in the show. They didn't know what song was playing, so it just said, bracket hip hop music playing. I cried when I saw that. The crowd in shouts out to the Dome.
You know the music either.
Facts. Shouts out to Inglewood. They showed up and they showed out. That shit went up on the Netflix. Oh my god, this is the best image of the year. That shit said crowd booing.
Right above him. Right above his
that, because that's how the Netflix subtitles do. They're all at the top of the screen, at least on my TV.
No. We're just making sure that everybody is acknowledging.
No, let's be clear. But again, I want it to be clear. Nobody was trying to flim flam. This is just how the show goes. And the funny thing is, I've spent the last 3 or 4 days since this happened listening to people talk about or theorize why this happened. Stevie Richards.
Were they black?
No. Well, all right. I'll say this.
I think he is bigger than him than a black thing. I think he's screwed so many people.
Well, let's talk about it.
This was a convergence. This was a convergence of people remember him say nigga. Mm-hmm. People seeing him MAGA.
Right.
And people, smart wrestling people knowing he's messed with the goddamn wrestlers and stabbed everybody in the back.
A whole liar.
Convergence. It's like, you know how you go into MapQuest or not MapQuest, Google Maps, and it'd be like, well, this is the gas-friendly way to get there, and this is the fastest way, and this is the one with the least mileage. That was all of those things, convergence to get everybody to the destination of boo.
now, because you're big facts. I wanted to be clear. This is an image of how YouTube.com/Black Rasslin. This is how Hulk Hogan showed up.
Yo, he got on the stakeout attire.
He got on the blood red bandana with the MAGA Powers Trump Vance Hogan t-shirt. That's how he walked off. I guess this is a private plane or jet. I don't know how these people roll.
He don't roll like that.
There's a lot of people who's
broke.
Well, the thing is, there's a lot of people who initially, and I mean, I imagine DDM, you probably heard this a lot as well. Shout out to Secretary of State. Immediately, the conversation was, oh, it's January. It's a couple of months from one of the more contentious elections. He was a obvious Trump person. It's politics.
No, it wasn't that. If I can just chime in here.
Go in.
Need to understand that there are several MAGA supporters in WWE. Now, granted, all of them are not public or more discreet with it because they understand that they still need to make money and they still very much have things to gain or lose from being so overt with their support. But there are people who are MAGA. There's some people who that got varsity jackets and we happy that they cashed in possibly that are like that. There's some people who are relatives of the Samoan dynasty who are MAGA people. So the difference is half of here's the reality. More than half of registered voters who voted in this election did vote for Donald Trump.
Right.
So we have to understand that at this point, it is not an anomaly or these people are not outliers. They represent more than half of the country. So you cannot, if we boo everybody who voted for Donald Trump, we would not have a program.
We wouldn't be watching WWE.
And it's not just WWE, honey.
Facts.
AEW, you wouldn't be watching them either. Your beloved Impact, it'll be slim pickings. This is across the board. Hulk Hogan did not get booed because he voted for Donald Trump. The problem with Hulk Hogan is not only did he vote for Donald Trump, but he went on a whole campaign, which is something for his brand that he should not have done. Then on top of that, the racist remarks and things being caught on tape. Then on top of that, his own daughter not wanting to be associated with him. Mm-hmm. His ex-wife divorcing him and having not great things to say about him.
I don't know. I'm not rocking with anything Linda has to say either, though.
Well, okay, that's fair. Great. But also, too, you have the documentaries coming out about how he backdoored Jesse Ventura with the union talk.
There's a lot of that talk,
and that's been consistent. Yeah. Every single narrative, every single book has been consistent.
You know, there's a reason why we didn't see both Jesse and Hogan at the Saturday Night's main event return not too long ago.
Exactly. The Undertaker.
Ventura recently said he don't fuck with Hogan.
Right.
No. I thought Hogan was like, "Nah, I did it. I had the number one spot in the country. I mean, in the company."
Yeah, he said it in the documentary. He said it in the documentary.
I think the thing is because it's if you go after you watch Ashe TV, go on YouTube and just do a Google search for or a YouTube search for Hulk Hogan lies. At a certain point,
it's him and LeBron James.
It's
he's worse than LeBron.
He's worse because he'll tell a lie.
Don't say this in front of Justin.
Shout out Justin. He'll tell a lie. 5 years later, he'll tell another. He'll expound on the lie and make it totally different. At one point, he said that because he always said that when Undertaker did the Tombstone in '91. And when he took the title, he always said that he fucked up his neck and back off of that. Yeah. The third or fourth iteration of that lie was Undertaker pile drived him on the concrete in '74. I don't know if he's getting older. I don't know if he's just that bad of a liar. But when you really look at what he said and what's going on since he's been in and out of the limelight. It's hard to know what to and not to trust.
I think
I'm gonna tell you the nigga that one of the niggas we not supposed to listen to. For the most part, I still don't care about things we aren't supposed to do.
Right.
I saw a link today on YouTube that says Jim Cornette talks about Hogan getting booed.
I saw that. I watched it.
Boy, if it wasn't the funniest thing I found.
You can tell when they don't like that motherfucker.
Dying laughing. No, this is the first time he thought he was lying.
Right.
And he just ran through all of them niggas had a good time cracking up at just like good nigga. It wasn't just that. You know what I'm saying? And it was like it's this and it's this and this nigga did that.
Facts.
Yeah,
it's
if you get a chance, man, go on. That
for real.
Very, very funny link.
And I think that's also too why a lot of newer talent who were approaching that legacy status do a lot of giving back. They do a lot of trying to make things good because I think Hulk Hogan is a cautionary tale for a lot of people in how they do people in this business. And I think that some your Cenas, your Punks, your people like that are like, you know what? Maybe I need to give some stuff back. I think it was CM Punk, and I'm quoting him here. He said something about in the beginning you learn, in the middle you earn, in the end you return, you give back.
Yeah.
Right. And it wasn't Cena. I think it was Punk. I'm sorry. I think it was Phillip. And I think that Hulk Hogan never returned to the business. I think he thinks he's returned because he makes these appearances, but that's still very much you getting the check. And
selfish.
There's a reason why he returned.
Yeah. I don't see any mentorship. I don't see any lessons learned or anything like that. I think also too we have to remember that Hulk Hogan comes from a certain time.
Carney time.
He comes from a time where the wrestlers were very selfish. It was a pirate's game. It was a very, no honor amongst thieves kind of business. You were lucky if you had a few friends. Whereas now the business. It still is definitely that, but it's way different as far as honor and camaraderie and things like. And they have it's more of an institution. These new wrestlers, and I'm not a wrestler, so forgive me if I'm stepping on toes, but these new wrestlers have a lot more available to them, it's a lot more care and things about what they do than what that old guard had. It was pretty much you cleaning out your wound with whiskey or vodka, sewing it up yourself, and you getting back out on that field. You look at stories of
you don't know my life.
That's me after every pod, every Thursday.
You know my life.
Sensational Sherry and all of those girls, they didn't have these things.
I'm gonna be honest about Hogan though, right? And this
Talk
is the
about
thing is Hogan, yes, was very, very successful. I don't know how much Hogan has to give back. Hogan wasn't great at anything but he wasn't great at anything but being charismatic and coming across on screen. Something you can't teach to people, right? You just are or you aren't. And Vince saw that and he became Vince's avatar. Vince is like, this is the guy who I'm going to make successful with my booking and my commercial. And this is the thing. He don't got the skills to teach, to mentor. He's not going to teach a nigga how to be a good wrestler. He cuts cartoonish promos. What part of pro wrestling could he give to the game now? That nigga Hogan ain't it, man. Listen, Hogan was very, very successful.
I think I think that he does have something to give. I think that he can teach you he managed to have a pretty lengthy career. So that's something to be said in two different companies. I think also too, there's a lesson to be learned in how to manage your career. I think we don't think a lot about the value of how to manage your career when your time is over. And how do you keep things going? The stories of the Diamond Dallas Pages and people like that. I think he has had failed marriages. There's lessons in that for these people's lives post the ring. I think a lot of times when we think of giving back, we think about the ring, the business. Well, what about these people's mental health and lives when
you think his mental health is good?
When they owe to get out the ring. I'm not saying that, but even in darkness, there's a lesson in darkness. And there's still things that can be learned, even if you're learning what not to do. Because I grew up in a city where I've seen people addicted to drugs and things like that. And you know what they taught me? Don't touch that shit. So there are still things. I don't think that there's nothing.
The dope dealers, cautionary tales aren't usually taught by the professors. You just witness those. He's a cautionary tale. I don't think he could sit in front of folks.
Well, I just don't think that's not true because they're counselors.
But my point is that I just don't think Hulk Hogan is the guy. Like, he was successful and he was the main guy, but he was the main guy built on shoulders when it was the early Hulkamania success. It's on the shoulders of Vince and them. And when it was the WCW success, it's Nash and Bischoff and all them niggas over there.
Even before, I'll say, I was thinking about this today. Like, Hulk Hogan won his first WWF championship in '84. 7 years later was the Undertaker. 7-8 years later was Undertaker coming through and being the guy who, like, they built up to win the title for a week for Hogan to win it back.
One fucking week.
We didn't talk about it was maybe 4 days. It was that Thursday and then that Tuesday Hogan got it back.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about Undertaker riding out in the motorcycle, but I think just like how Jordan is now a sneaker and most people aren't looking at Jordan as like people of a certain age they don't even know nothing about Jordan at that time. I'm not saying that's what wrestling is, but I think at a certain point there are times where those, like, people aren't hyping up Bruno Sammartino like they were when we were kids. There's been too much time. There's been too many people. Maybe he's a fucking racist. Politically, he's a goofy. He's a fucking liar. All this shit from the 4+ decades of Hogan being a person. Maybe what we're also seeing on top of all of that is that next class of we're going to talk about what's cool and what we're going to define what is and isn't nostalgia. Maybe Hogan is outside of that bubble. Maybe it's like Fortnite when the bubble it keeps getting smaller and smaller. At a certain point, Hogan's out there. He's out in the fucking, you know what I mean? You can't be confused as to why crowd's booing. Even if he didn't say nigga, even if he didn't vote for Trump. He's also he's in his 70s. Come on. We don't. He's 71, I believe.
I 100% agree with you on that. But one thing that scares me, and this is not just with wrestling, this is in life, is all of these things may be true, but one thing that we can't do is rewrite history.
We can't. You're right.
And that's what I'm saying. In our quest, because see, rewriting history can go both ways.
Right.
And we have to be very careful about trying to erase people. It's just like we're going to erase Vince McMahon. Well, if you erase Vince McMahon, that's like taking one of the Infinity Stones out the gauntlet.
You can't. You can't get to Raw on Netflix without a Vince McMahon, without a Hulk Hogan, without a lot of that stuff.
We can acknowledge the black mark and say this guy's a piece of shit, but we have to be careful when we just say, "Oh, this person's a piece of shit, write him out." Well, you also learn from pieces of shit. You learn what not to do. You learn what's not good, so that it's a reminder to never do that shit again. When you try to erase all of those things out, guess what? We're going to get another Hulk Hogan. And if you erase history, we're not going to know how to deal with that.
I agree, but I also am of the mind that knowing that he did something that was so egregious that almost 10 years ago they took him out of the Hall of Fame for 3 years, maybe I don't then have his beer company logo sprawled across my ring when we do that stuff. You know, I think that there's certain things that they probably shouldn't have done with him. But the question, it's really going to be because there's been a lot of people like, hey, Hogan needs to do the NWO Hollywood and go black and white and just go into the heel, not realizing that pro wrestling gimmicks and motherfuckers really not liking you in real life isn't always going to jive, you know, 1-to-1. But I think realistically, it may be just seeing how WWE plays this. Are they going to be having him on building up to the next Saturday Night's Main Event? There's been conversations, people rumoring that maybe he will not necessarily be NWO Hollywood, but maybe if he's featured again, play into the booze, which none of it seems to make sense to me. I wouldn't have him on.
It's in poor taste.
That nigga is Lady Eloise.
Yeah.
Facts.
Problematic Lady Eloise.
Put them in the closet and wait till the show is done and then let.
It's definitely in poor taste. And I think that I think that behind the scenes there are some regrets. I'm not saying that they're going to stop making money off of Hulk Hogan because he prints money to a certain degree, right?
Facts.
We ain't gonna stop making.
Make it.
But I think it was in poor taste. I think, like I said, we don't know what Stone Cold's relationship is, but Stone Cold has a whole deal.
Stone Cold could have been hanging with Travis Scott. He be smoking weed, right? I'm sorry, Mimi.
He had a partnership with them. I just don't understand what happened.
Yeah. And I want to be clear to the BRP universe. I'm not in any way defending or making excuses for Hulk Hogan at all. But one thing that you may have learned about me by now is that no matter how much I don't like you, I still can look at the weeds and pull it out. So I'm not
Travis Scott
defending Hulk Hogan.
Yeets.
But I'm acknowledging what it is and what it is.
I'm sorry.
But I think that Stone Cold. I really would like to know what Stone Cold's mindset is, because I'm like, where is this guy?
Getting high, and and the thing is,
ain't seen, right?
Who?
Mustache Vince.
How about that?
It's Stone Cold. It's Stone Cold, Mustache Vince, and Hershey the Wonder Dog out there smoking reefer.
We don't know how deep that relationship is, so that could be a thing.
we see how the deep relationships of Vince are.
Exactly.
Everybody who was successful under him calls him a father figure.
Cena, Taker, all them. I wonder what the Stone. You muted, my nigga.
No, I'm not.
I know. DDM was alluding to a lot of the change that's been going on over the last week or so in WWE, and I think that's one of the biggest things we saw clearly at the end of NXT's New Year's Evil show with new NXT Women's Champion Julia and new NXT Champion Obafemi beat Eddie Thorpe ass before the show started and said, Ava, I did that. And if he come down to the ring again, I'll beat his ass again. And then went out there. I mean, mind you, that match with I like seeing that shit, but it was good to see them say, hey, let's
They look like two winners of the 75th annual Hunger Games. It's just so like they just look like gladiator champions, right?
Word.
I just love this. I love the look. I love the feel. It definitely puts a marker in what NXT is heading towards. Now I hope that Oba's in the Rumble. I know he ain't winning. I know he ain't going to main roster, but he is just so special. I think for Julia, because Julia is working on her English, but I think Julia in a promo sense hasn't clicked quite yet,
right?
With the audience. So I think for her, she's going to make her reign and her belt through her matches.
I feel I'm not trying to be funny. I do feel part of that, and it's like that with although Stephanie Von Care is at least being involved in storylines. I don't know if they really figured out Julia's personality yet to like write for her. Yeah,
it's odd. It's an odd personality too, because the thing about it, I think Julia she still has a lot of the Joshi influence in how she presents, and she hasn't figured out a way like Asuka did or Eva Kyrie
just turn it up a little bit,
figure out how to synthesize it in a way that American audiences can connect with it. I think it's a little bit too real hip hop, as we like to say.
Yes.
And she has to kind of wake up a little bit. One thing, and I always go back to Asuka because for me, she's the gold standard of not being a heavy English speaker, but still being able to penetrate the lens and capture the hearts of American audiences, not only in ring but through her promo work. Asuka talked through memes. She talked through gifs. She talked.
Yes.
She used different types of language to convey her personality, and through that, you love her. I think that's something that a lot of these girls who have language barriers can stand to learn a thing or two from. I think with Julia, that is her biggest hurdle because she has the wrestling skills, without a doubt. She has the look. She just needs the wicked, and she talks. But even when she talks in English, which I love that she's learning how to do it, it's still too robotic. So
it's not natural. Yeah,
it doesn't flow. Whereas with Stephanie Bakir, Stephanie has a language barrier. But what I'm noticing with Stephanie is Stephanie knows how to emote with her face. She knows how to emote with her body expressions, which Julia is too stiff in that way. So it doesn't come across, because I noticed that difference when I was watching New Year's Evil. I said, Stephanie knows how to use body language to communicate. And I think that's a problem. But Obafemi,
do you volunteer as tribute?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm a career tribute, but I will have to. I hope Oba gets killed in the first day bloodbath, because I would hate to be in the final two with that one. I would hate to be in the face. Oba looks like they are victors in the Hunger Games. Everything about this, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. I like Stephanie. Stephanie did well in that match.
She did very well. And Stephanie, you know what about Miss Bakir? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I know nothing about her until she wrestled Mercedes Moné.
Same.
when she wrestled Mercedes Moné and WWE snatched up real quick, said we're gonna get her real quick. What I respect about Stephanie Bakir is she did not rest so far on I wrestled Mercedes Moné and now I'm in NXT. Right. She's in the storyline. She's using the tools that she does have to penetrate the lens. I think also Stephanie might be a little bit younger, so I hate to say this, the younger you are, the more flexible you are.
They shut up, man. They got her as #1 contender for the NXT North American Women's Championship. So it could be interesting to see how they slot her.
And I think she's going to take it off of that girl because no shade to Fallon Henley.
Fallon Henley, yeah.
Nice girl, beautiful gowns, pretty look, but the sport business gimmick was done. It's over. And she's not really. They aren't really writing her with that belt well.
She's really transitional, but she's not doing anything in that transition. Yeah.
And she's not doing anything at all. That belt is Stephanie Bakir's belt, and quite frankly, that belt is used to build people. I think Stephanie Bakir may be the first woman to hold that belt that will actually raise their stake with that belt, because so far the belt hasn't. I think Kalani got something out of it because
it was quick though, right?
Yeah, but I think Stephanie is really going to elevate that belt to where they want it to be at. And I really think that they're going to put it on her. I think she's going to get that belt.
I agree. I do agree.
Yeah. But NXT, as far as a pure wrestling show, was definitely better than Raw. You had Lexis King win the cup.
He won the cup.
And I think you got OTM get ready to come out. Probably get ready to get a good push because Jada has kind of left them a little bit in the dust.
Oh yeah.
So I think they got because OTM has a main roster look. I just got to see the wrestling a little bit more because I never thought I would say this, but the wrestling do matter.
They also gotta say that they cut a promo this week. They gotta say that shit with their chest, I don't know if I believe them like that,
nigga.
Say it.
The wrestling matter now. Okay.
Look, I never thought that the wrestling didn't matter, but I view this as a 360 kind of thing. So. Just because you have great wrestling matches don't mean that Zoe Stark puts on great wrestling matches, but Zoe Stark is not penetrating the lens the way that she needs to.
This nigga back
even if you have a good character, sometimes you can offset one or the other if you're exceptional in one. But if you're just a solid wrestler,
I know you.
Stop it.
This is not the time to sit and point fingers and try to
go on.
Okay, because I know what you're doing here. Know what you're doing.
He gone.
But also, too, the thing is, if you're exceptional in one thing and not in the other, don't try to act like you're exceptional in both. That's when I start.
Listen, no, you try to come back around and throw a little bit of so. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work.
Pepper.
So.
Just because you went and got new rims don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh,
it don't mean a goddamn thing.
I think it's a balance. I think that the wrestling does matter, but I think the promos matter. I think if you want to be
360,
it's got to be a 360.
It's got to be everything.
Like when I look at Tiffany Stratton, she's entertaining on the mic. She puts on great matches, and she looks fucking amazing.
She got that title.
It's a 360. And guess what? Not for nothing, but I always look at things when I look on WWE Shop to see who's moving what. Tiffany's Money in the Bank belt only had 4 left as of Monday night.
Well, yeah.
We don't know what the numbers look like when
that's true. That's true. But also, too, her boss said all of those 3.
Shout out Brody Gaming.
Am I here still?
Are you here?
Okay, yeah, I know. I heard spinning. Her varsity jacket, because I wanted to buy.
No, yeah, spinning. You spinning.
The 3X, the 3X was gone.
No, I think somebody said, "Are the rims spinning?" And I said, "Spin it." They
no,
her t-shirts,
the narratives is spinning.
The women's t-shirts for her new shirt almost gone. The men's t-shirts, all the plus size is gone. Even in NXT, when I went to go get her "I'm Hot" shirt, that plus size was gone very quickly. Now, to Fam's point, you don't know how much they're printing, but even if they're printing a limited number, the chick is moving merchandise.
That's also one of the stories too. Like how long? When was the first time you thought that Tiffany Stratton was going to cash in? You feel me? Like
when did I first thought she was going to cash in? I didn't know. I thought they was going to make her wait longer.
I think there's a lot of people that
happened already.
There's a lot of people that thought it would have been sooner than this. So I think that does factor in too. But I think we
on some bullshit. But anyway, I figured they would have let her cash in around Survivor Series, but they drug it for an extra month and a half.
But it made sense.
It was a hell
the first SmackDown of the year.
Yeah.
It was funny because, matter of fact, today, it's funny. Today, all right, so January 9th is the 19th anniversary of, the 19th anniversary of the Edge and Lita sex show on Raw, because he had just cashed in. The first Money in the Bank cash-in was at Sunday at New Year's Revolution. He beat John Cena after an Elimination Chamber match. Vince McMahon he told him to lift the cage and everything. Patreon.com/Black Rasslin. We watched that the other day. But so like, I think in looking at that cash in and being like, that, like, it in the 19 years since, I like that Tiffany Stratton, she played it where it was like, hey, it's part of a storyline, so I'm going to fake y'all out to make sure that homegirl win the match. And then I'm going to fake y'all out again, so once Bianca hits her with the Yamin, I'm going to take Bianca out and then steal the win again. It was very smart. But it was also, again, Math was saying November. She got that at Money in the Bank. Like, she had been holding on to that briefcase for a minute.
Yeah. And you know what I like about it? I like that it was on SmackDown, because we had got conditioned for a while that titles are really only going to change hands on a pay-per-view.
Right.
And I like that it's smart marketing wise, because it's like, hey, I need to watch SmackDown, because let's face it, in just the 5 years that I've been watching again, I even got to a point where I was like, I'm not watching this week, girl. It's not going to happen, but a good promo. That probably won't go nowhere until Survivor Series or whatever pay-per-view was happening that month.
Right.
And it's getting to the point where, the belt might change hands on SmackDown. It might change hands on Raw. Hell, they might even have a belt change hands on Saturday night's main event. You never know.
It's given. Make sure you watch SmackDown too, even though Raw is going to be on Netflix. You know, like they're giving you a reason to keep, especially with Roman with the Ulafala, because what's even the next chapter of that story. But yeah, they need some stuff over there, and I think Tiffany, with the division that they have and putting the belt on Tiffany, the fire Tiffany's had since she had that match with Becky Lynch in NXT about a year or so ago, before she went to the main roster. Like it feels like this is kind of that next chapter that they need for the division and that she needs as a character. I guess some quick hits before we get out of here, because there's only so much time left in the night. I did see that with The Rock, the New Year's Evil episode of NXT did almost 100 and some odd thousand more viewers than the debut on the CW, which is you want to talk about, I didn't want to say you want to talk about real numbers, but like those are actual like TV numbers. Jade Cargill was spotted at the Performance Center.
Do remember, I told him.
What you said?
She gonna shine. Watch what I tell you. I've been saying.
I hope that she does, but we've been saying that for the last how many years?
Well, you just spun me.
You said November. You said November.
I said it was a year. I said it was going to be a year.
Yeah,
but we also haven't seen her operate alone.
She's been attacked.
We have.
We haven't.
Okay.
When was the last time she was by herself wrestling?
She has had singles matches.
When?
I don't have a good match memory. But
she's had singles matches in like, we're about to have a tag match soon, or here's a tournament match.
Right.
She's not had a singles run. She's been two-time champion.
We're talking about matches. We're not talking about runs. We're talking about matches.
I think the thing is Jade Cargill, two-time tag team champion in 2024, is very different than Jade Cargill in WWE as a singles performer trying to find a way. And hopefully whatever that mark was on her face, whatever training they got her, Royal Rumble's right around the corner. I'm assuming she's about to make her mark.
I think even in the Royal Rumble match, it's not even an accurate reading. She needs to be solely one-on-one.
Right.
And
she needs a program. She needs some type of program.
I think promo-wise she'll be fine. Telling the story, she'll be completely fine. It's that in-ring.
Takes time. Corey earlier mentioned the Houston Texans and Zilla Fatu. I don't know if folks saw that, but yeah, that was definitely the fourth rope heavyweight champion. Zilla Fatu dripped out. I mean, is this drip? They did a whole video. This is on their Instagram.
Houston, Texas. Yeah, that's kind of crazy to be honest.
Yeah. It's really ill.
Okay.
I'm scared.
I'm saying it's official. And this he got the fourth rope title on him. Yeah, you see that?
That's hard. That's a nice look.
That's a bigger look than I think people maybe even realize.
That's a huge look.
I'm not sure who Houston plays in mind your editor.
I know what they roster look like. I done seen they are depleted. Get all those
Fam said they need Zilla on there.
They play San Diego.
Zilla might suit up.
He may need to.
They play the Chargers.
Oh, let me like this. I'm not even a Houston Texans fan, but
that should be a decent game.
That was cool to see. Very cool to see.
But I would go Chargers. They got a lot of pieces missing.
Man. Speaking of champions and potential champions, Powerhouse Hobbs on AEW this week. He somehow won the Casino Gauntlet match, so he got a match with Moxley. Speaking of AEW, I guess Ricochet came to my house. I found my scissors. There ain't no blood on him. I don't know if he stabbed.
He might have licked them clean.
Hey, let me put this back in the box. You just fucked that all the way up. Was there something else? Something else? Oh, wait, what you talking about?
Yeah, I saw that.
Mercedes won them titles.
That's what I was.
I know.
She dripped out. Now, mind you, all right, so
that's pro right there.
And the matches have been matching.
Well, she's been holding the New Japan Strong and the TBS Championship for a minute.
Outstanding. That's good.
She had at New Japan Strong Style Evolved. It was December 15th. She had a banger with Hazuki. That was the match that Sports Illustrated said is the best women's match of last year. That was it's a really good match. If you could find that match, or if you need that match, let me know. But if you could find that match,
the match was matching.
At the end of that match, Mina Shirakawa, who got her ass beat by Mariah May, came out and said, "Hey, I want your titles," and Mercedes said, "Hey, put them damn Rev Pro." Mina Shirakawa was the undisputed Rev Pro British Women's Champion, which it's not just a mouthful. Like, you see, Mercedes is wearing the Rev Pro British Women's Championship. She's also holding the Queen of Southside title. Southside was a federation that got folded into Rev Pro, and I don't know if it was with Mina Shirakawa, but the undisputed Rev Pro British Women's Championship was both of those titles. So when Mercedes beat Mina Shirakawa in a good match that may not have been as good as a Hazuki match, but it was a good match, she ended up with all 4 of them damn titles. She been working. She may have been working more. I'd like the matches more outside of AEW. She's been working in AEW, but them New Japan matches been New Japan.
The last few AEW matches have been fire too. So yeah,
2 of them was Chris Statlander.
She's been working like the last 2-3 months and shit. It's been fire.
Match wise, it's turned up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it's not like there's no change to the character. It's still just that she's finally able to be doing these matches that she's been wanting to do.
Has there been a female belt collector? I'm sure they had.
This is it.
This is all I know, to be honest with you.
This is it.
That I can recall.
Black, white,
or anything else.
Whatever. I don't think there's really been.
Yeah, because I don't know if there's been a convergence of companies that have relationships and women who can work the different styles. I think she might be the first.
It's a unique. I will that damn finisher. It's not like you got to get the right person to work with that.
It's got to be a smaller individual.
It's got to be they got to be fast too.
Yeah.
What's the name? Kairi Sane. When she wrestled Kairi knew how to hit that shit.
Well, Kairi.
She's the person.
Is also a smaller.
Also a small, but like Kairi was also like you got to be able to be on Mercedes' back
and then flip
yourself over into like a DDT position or whatever. Like it's a very quick movement that don't work if the person is even like a hair off. The finishes kill me in those matches.
Yeah,
but the matches be good. We'll see.
Fuck?
I don't know where this goes because at some point she got to get knocked off the mountain.
She should have got knocked off by Statlander. To me, I think Statlander should have beat her and then she should have went over.
Unless the story becomes, we get Belt Collector and then once the Belt Collector loses is when she goes away.
That's how it's been, right? FTR did that.
Yeah.
Eddie Kingston did that.
The time with the Rev Pro title would have took her off of AEW. That's why I would have figured she would have lost to Statlander.
Well, I would like it to be Athena.
Athena, I will say Athena on that Stardom show, her and Tekla, they tagged in that match. Seeing Athena working with them that Joshi over there, that was good. I'd like to see her do more, and I think that woman that she teamed with, I don't know too much about Tekla, but it looked like they about to beef at some point too. I don't know. Patreon.com/Black Rasslin. Pay the 1, pay the 10. It's a couple of black folks in Japan mixtapes over there. What's up?
I'm a little worried about Athena and that title run as it's starting to feel like an accessory. That title.
She should lose that title and go somewhere else.
The main
because we don't see
whatever
it's all on Honor Club.
It's unfortunate that she has not gotten TV time.
It's not on TV, and that's it.
It's really unfortunate for her
because she's been working.
That she has gotten TV time, and it goes back to I don't understand why AEW couldn't find time between 3 shows on TV to put that lady and give her some TV time.
2 now.
Well, yeah.
2 now, but you're 100% right. It's they have to figure some shit out. Is there anything else going on? That may be it. Yeah. This
is where he's like.
I just want to make sure I don't miss nothing. I mean,
time to go. Oh,
before we get out of here, there's always one question I gotta ask. When we're done with all the conversation we gotta have, Miss Mimi. You got Black Rass of the Week?
Ashe Wrestling.
The whole Ashe TV?
The whole Ashe TV.
That was good shit. I liked it. Shouts out to there was a whole chat in there too. That was good to see. That was really good to see. Shout out. DDM?
Water!
My grandfather.
Move your hand. Take it.
What the fuck?
Blood clot.
What the hell?
Over Femi. Congratulations, champ.
Congratulations for real. Brother fan, champ.
I usually hate to go non-wrestler, but shout out to the homies, those wrestling girls for getting that Pod Network, man. Shout out to Krista and PR, man. Shout out
Ill to see.
Yeah.
Ill to see.
Yes.
Continue blessings. Brother Mav.
I want to say happy birthday to my niece.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Lil Rock.
birthday.
My Black Rasslin of the week is I was gonna go over, but I'm gonna go with DNA.
Shout out.
DNA for the Raw recap, the freestyle.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking fire.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the Attitude Era podcast. You know what I mean? The good folks over there.
Word.
Yeah.
Shout out King HP and all them. My Black Rass of the week is gonna be Kevin Knight. Not because I got to see him leap over a clothesline again on Ashe TV in that match against Frontman Ja, but I did get to watch the 4-team IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team title match at Wrestle Kingdom 19. It was a ladder match. And like Kevin Knight is a tall, lanky individual.
About 6 foot.
That it was the tallest ladder. And he was on top of that 2-3 times just leaping on people. He whatever company is ready to sign him, y'all got a gem. That's it.
Chris Brown said it last week. He said whatever Kevin Knight is going to do in that ladder match is going to be phenomenal.
Facts. And it was even though they did not, the intergalactic jet setters did not come out victorious. It was good to see. It was good. That was the only brother on the show. Wherever the jet goes, I'm down. That's it this week. Peace to the chat for not only enduring a whole spaces earlier this week, but coming back and rocking with us on the YouTubes.
Chat, look out. Ricky Starks at House of Glory facing Dab's man, Charles Mason.
Oh.
Look out for that. That's going to be fire.
When?
I want to say the week after. I want to say the week after. Yeah, soon.
Ricky Starks and Charles. Where is that? We'll have to figure it out. You muttered like a motherfucker, yo.
I think he playing 2K. I gotta get his ass.
Well, say less. Miss Mimi.
Yeah.
Where could the people find you on them social medias?
You know where you can find me. You can't find me right now because the laptop at 7%.
Damn.
So I had to turn it off and bring it to the charger.
Understand.
So you find me. Thank you so much for joining on the Turnbuckle Talk on a Monday. It was a lot. I appreciate everybody joining in, and you come back on Tuesday at 6:35.
Facts. If you missed it, YouTube podcast feeds, we got that conversation up there. Yeah. DDM.
You can find me in the trap that's going down. You can find me in the club. No, but you can find me at youtube.com/Secretary Shade, on Instagram at DapperDanMidas. Shout out to my Fred Frosty fam, my weather reports brought to you by Fred Frosty. And be on the lookout for my most anticipated Royal Rumble entrance on BRP social media coming in the next 2 weeks. Just Rumble. I'm going to be giving you 5 of my most anticipated women and 5 of my most anticipated. It doesn't mean that they're going to actually make it in there, bitch. Is he gonna be in that bitch?
They don't argue with people who ain't argue with you yet.
We ain't even
Like, oh, there was this person.
we ain't even say nothing.
You know, like
You trying to spin that too? Sorry, bastard.
Champ.
Hey man, Ilfam790 your social media choice at something else pod. Right after this, catch me on the Marks with Mike podcast.
I like those guys.
In a hot second, I'm ready to walk over there now.
Shout out, brother Matthew. All right, at Cal on Twitter, at Black Rasslin on Twitter, X, Facebook, and Instagram. BlackRasslin.com is a website. As always, you can find Black Rasslin on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcast. We should be there. YouTube.com/Black Rasslin. We're giving you 5 mics of podcast of excellence every Thursday, 8:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, patreon.com/Black Rasslin. Pay the 1, pay the 10 to see my dumb ass watch all types of content that we can't put on the YouTube because they would kick my black ass off the YouTube if we put that over here. Peace to the chat. Rock with y'all for real. Again, rest in peace, DJ Juice. Happy birthday, Dorian. I think that's it for this week. I really ain't got nothing else. As always, DDM, take us out. All my niggas in the whole wide world.